When Prometheus was given the chore of doling out the qualities to the animals on Earth, Epimetheus wanted to participate, and he forgot to give one to man, to save one of the qualities for man. So Prometheus went and stole fire to give to us. It was essentially our first technology.
And at the machine, when that shot goes off, I have an incredible sense of awe, because there's no way to miss the power that's happening in that release, and you're just creating a little surface element of a star. I remember writing the email the first time. I can tell you exactly, it was April 14th, okay, 2010. And that was the very first shot. And so when we did that shot, immediately this guy was telling me about Ed Nather. I sent him an email and a bunch of my colleagues and friends, and I said, all right, today you were closer to a white dwarf star than you've ever been in your life. And you know, instead of, we're making measurements of this plasma, it's not similar to, you know, like in the sense of orders of magnitude scaling. This is a white dwarf photosphere, a chunk of star stuff, as Carl Sagan would have said. Right there, a macroscopic chunk of star stuff. We just made it right there.
At the time, I was working a lot with this concept of the divine feminine. As soon as I saw it, I mean, it was instantaneous reaction of, I must paint this. You know, it was the first day of class. And Don was discussing it, and he put an image of it on the projector, and my eyes got huge, and I must paint this. I perceive it very much as almost a womb, very feminine, very creationary.
When you produce these conditions and that Z-pinch happens, I always go look through the window into the bay of the Z machine, and it's 20 feet by 108 feet or so across. And the central chamber is where all the currents flows down there. You see this bright flash from the leak charge. Those flashes, each one has the energy of a lightning bolt in it. That's not the experiment. That's just what leaks out when you're doing the experiment. You feel a boom, I mean, it moves through, and then you feel the S wave. You rise and fall a little bit. And if you look at the seismic wave, if you look out in the dust, you can see these concentric rings in the desert of dust going up from the seismic wave propagating outward.
And in that moment, they're able to control how much energy they're using and what elements, and create entirely new reactions that otherwise we would never be able to understand or study or access, which is, it's pretty awesome.
I do, in my 301 class, it's for non-science majors, non-engineering majors. So one of the things I insist that they do, we have exams and all that other happy stuff that, you know, is of limited use and value. But the main thing they do is they take our field of astronomy and connect it with something they're passionate about. So that's when you learn.
I'm seeking to develop a way for art to reflect this, you know, techno-scientific sphere, these really exciting technological and scientific innovations that are literally changing our experience as humans and what it is to, you know, understand the world around us. And they should be able to communicate, you know, and art, like science and philosophy, you know, has a capacity to redefine the world around us. And I suppose I'm just seeking a way to do that with my own hand, to participate in that.
I think that vision is transmitted through her painting. Some of the people there at the lab, this is an everyday thing. They do, you know, a couple hundred shots a year. And so for them, they stop and realize, oh my gosh, this is an extraordinary thing. And it causes you to take a deep breath and step back and realize this is profound. I mean, and I teach my Astronomy 301 kid. I stood in front of him for the last 31, whatever the heck it's been, 30-some years, and I would say astronomy differs from its sister sciences in that it's an observational science, not an experimental science. This was a huge transition in my mind, because now suddenly we're doing experiments on stellar plasmas. not 30 light years or 150 light years when we're looking at the stars, 5 centimeters away.